What is going on, guys? FMU here, and welcome back to another brand new episode of the Class of 22. So thank you for all the support on the opening episode, really do appreciate it. Wasn't sure if it'd go down or not, but it's gone down relatively well, so I'm really pleased with that, and hopefully you'll continue to enjoy it, and hopefully you've come back for this second episode. Today we're facing Manchester City in the first home league game of the season. It's going to be a difficult one, I think. We played them in the Charity Shield. You'll see the goals for that on the opening day against Everton away just in a second. But Man City played really well. The result was pretty much non-plus. I don't really count the Charity Shield, but Manchester City played very well. I think today we could see a real push of power in this opening derby day. Well, this opening derby league game of the season. We've got the other one obviously to come a bit later on in the year, and I do believe it could be a difficult afternoon for us. We'll also see who we get in the Champions League draw as well. But first of all, guys, here are those goals that you missed while you were away. We started the season in the Charity Shield against Manchester City and opened the scoring in a 2-0 win when Gomez fed the ball across the area to Gelson Martins to score with a very acute angled header. The second goal came when Andre Silva crossed the ball for Gomez and he rounded off a fantastic 2-0 victory against our local rivals. We followed that up against Everton when Gomez's run led to a cross across the box to Silva, who finished to make it 1-0. Everton did equalise though through Augustin when he hit this fantastic effort in off the post, but we did manage to round it up when Class of 22 member Bunting diagonally crossed the ball for Silva to wrap up the win. So there you go then, you've seen the opening two games of the season, a 2-0 win in the Charity Shield against Manchester City, which was a very difficult game. They really did push us quite a lot. I was surprised that we won it 2-0. I'm very surprised they didn't get a goal in that game. And then we've beaten Everton away on the opening day of the season. Again, a difficult game. I'm trying to tweak the 4-4-2 just to get it right. I started off with a counter-attacking. We've gone to control now. We're going to try working with an attacking sort of mentality. We're going with inverted wingers and stuff, but we want to try and avoid that now. I want to try and go pushing out wide. We're kind of playing around with it a little bit and just seeing what works and what doesn't, so that'll continue to go on for the rest of probably the first half of the season, I'd imagine. But we're not doing too badly, and what an assist from Bunting. What an assist and what a finish from the man up front, Silva. It's a superb goal, to be fair, and that after one game, obviously it's not going to make a massive difference after one game. That leaves us in 7th position. So one thing I wanted to show you was we've had a little look at the transfers going out this season and going in and stuff, so I just wanted to have a quick little look back and show you who's come and gone over the years at United. So in terms of the incoming, obviously Alex Iwobi came for £18 million last season. He's now gone to Real Madrid. Inaki Williams came from Real Madrid for £45 million. This guy Norberto Chirin, he is currently in the reserves. He looks like he could be a very decent prospect going forwards. He's on the loan list, so hopefully he'll get a little loan move, bit of first team experience. Then if we're still here in a season or so, maybe he will get his opportunity. Lucas Gomez, £3.3 million from, was it Estudiantes? It was. He got 25 and 63 for them. He's got 3 and 9 for United. He's worth £39 million. Is he Wonderkid status? I haven't even looked at him really. Nope. His media description is just a simple striker. Then Sakai came and has now gone because he wasn't really very good. So that's who's come in. In terms of going out, big names going out, we've obviously got here Romelu Lukaku is has gone to PSG for 50 million, rising to 57. He's only played 9 games and got 1 goal for them, so not brilliant. He got 30 goals in 99 appearances for United, so not the best really, considering he played 141 games, got 68 goals at Everton. Not the best to run at United, but still decent enough to get him a £50 million move to PSG. Where else are we? They signed Martin Montoya. He moved on to Lyon after 42 games at United, so he wasn't at United very long. Anybody else? No. Going to the season before that, they had Franco Cervi. He's gone to Southampton. Jesse Lingard joined Tottenham for £10 million, or £10.5 million. He's got 4 in 52 for them, so he's playing for them at least. And that is pretty much it in terms of incomings. We've seen Johnny come and go. Korea, he's done really well for other people on saves. I'm looking forward to seeing him. Nothing really major. Obviously Higuain we saw go. We've looked at Milan shrink wrap And Maddock is... I did bring him into the first team, but I've dropped him back to the under-23s for now, just to get him in there playing games. Also, Eric Dyer came in for £50 million. James Rodriguez, £42 million. He's just recovered from an injury of us. He's 31. His deal's up at the end of the season. If somebody came for him in January, I may consider letting him go. Maybe. This one made me chuckle like a little girl. Jack Wilshere came in on a free after being released by Arsenal and then was sold to Tottenham for £15.75 million. I don't know why it made me chuckle, but it really, really did. And João Pereira is now playing for Lille. The young goalkeeper, well, I say young goalkeeper, is 26 now on the save. And who else have we got that's gone out big? Phil Jones to Tottenham. Is he still at Tottenham? No. He is now in Stoke's under-23s. Good Lord above. So he moved to Tottenham, had a few seasons there, only had one season where he got into double figures, then joined, in terms of appearances, then joined Stoke for 11.25 million. Wow. Darmian went to Shakhtar, Borthwick Jackson went to Huddersfield, Andrea Pereira's gone to Espanyol, Chris Smalling moved to Burnley for £4.3 million, and he's now at Huddersfield. How much did he join Huddersfield for? 3.8, so they made a loss on that, which was understandable. So as you can see, quite a lot of the players have moved to some clubs you wouldn't expect. You really wouldn't expect. And in the first season, they signed Gamero. He's now a director of football, interestingly. But he had a terrible... They spent £35 million on a player that only played 9 times in the league and scored 3 goals. Bit of a waste. Bit of a waste, to say the least. 9 times, what about 10 times? Sorry, I was looking at something else. 10 times for the club, so not the best at all, to say the freaking least. Okay, so for today's game, this is what we're going with in terms of the tactic. The 4-4-2 again we're going to start with and see how we roll with it. We do have our 4-2-3-1, which I did not like, and I will probably be dropping that from the tactics that we have selected. And we've got a 3-4-3, which is the tactic I used in the Blackburn save that I did in the beta that didn't last very long because I wasn't enjoying it. It was too easy, way too easy. This could be too easy, but it's got an underlying story to it, so you know that's the reason why I'm doing this one. And it worked really well, so we've got that as a bit of a backup to us, but we're going to try rolling out the 4-4-2. We do have on the bench the class mostly, apart from Harwood. He picked up a knock, so I'm just waiting for him. Tony Martial, and you need to make you available for the under-23s until you match fit. So we'll do that. And pretty much this is the team I want to go with. Pogba's back, so he has come in place of Eric Dyer. But I'm going to leave Osborne in, one of the class. I'm also going to bring, because of his assist in the last match, Regan Bunting in. So we'll see how he does. Vinicius Guerrera, he signed in the end. So just giving him a few under-23 games at the moment, made him available for them for like 60 minutes just to get him a little bit acclimatised to England and the game over here, and then we should give him first team opportunities. And Archie Williams does need games, but I'm going to leave him on the bench just for a moment. And obviously you saw me drop Bailey down. Marcus Rashford is back, his sharpness is poor though, so he needs sort of gradually bringing in. Jimmy Much came off the bench in the last match, did okay, but wasn't a world beater, let's put it that way. So obviously, as I said at the intro of the video, today's game is the Derby Day against Manchester City. If I am very honest, after the way they performed against us in the Charity Shield and didn't win, I'm expecting them to do well against us today. They drew 0-0 on the opening game of the season. We'll just have a little look at that match for them because they had like 21 shots, 3 on target. They were just all over Watford. I had a little watch of the game afterwards. I sort of went back in and watched some of the key highlights, and it was literally just City flying at Watford and Watford batting them off. Watford have signed Danny Welbeck on a free. I did realise he was available. Daley Blind is there as well. So they've got some good players knocking around Watford, so they're going to be a difficult task when we come up against them. For Manchester City today, they're going to be scathing from the Derby Day Charity Shield loss. They're going to be scathing from the fact that they've outplayed Watford from start to finish and drew 0-0. So we could be in for a bit of a bash today. I'm not getting Gary Neville to do team talks because Gary Neville seems to be terrible at team talks from what I've picked up. Calmly, it's over to you now. Have a good one tonight. Something very simple. No, nothing. Gary Neville's not been able to get anything out of those either. So that's gone down well, hasn't it? Let's be honest. It's not been the greatest. Let me just pop that up a little bit. I've started watching it in a much slower, a much slower sort of pace and stuff. So I've sort of taken the game in a bit more because this seems a bit too fast for me. So let's just drop it down one. I'm also watching it in the TV camera angle, really low down. We're running our fair share of headers. Yeah, we'll change that. That's just basically asking us to swap the crosses into more floated crossing. We're struggling with numbers in midfield. We'll be fine. Just chillax, man. Just chillax. They get really panicky about the numbers in midfield. Passing to space, we can do that as it's suggested. Edison's ball forward. Well done, Bunting. That's a poor ball from Korea. Is it Korea? Korea? Go on. Oh, Shaw over the top. Oh, that is good defending by John Stones. I thought Silva was going to be in there. Here comes City. This is going to be a goal. Oh, what a challenge from Paul Pogba that was. Bunting again with the header away. Come on, stick on him. No. Well, Pogba is having a blinder so far. Close them out. Well done. This will be a goal. No, not yet. Paul Pogba seems to be everywhere at the minute. We definitely missed that against Everton, that's for sure. He was suspended for the opening game against Everton from last season. So, oh, ball. Oh, Gomez, how have you missed that, son? That'll be asking us to retain the possession and stuff and work the ball into the box, so we'll do that. Come on, stick with him. Look at Pogba, man. He's just jockeying. Brilliant. Andre Silva, cross it. Go. Oh, what a mistake of the maker from Edison. And Andre Silva is in there for 1-0. Did not think that was going to happen. I need to take this. My wife has cranked the heating up. Ridiculous. That wasn't me taking my pants off. It was me taking my jacket off for people start. Terrible from the goalkeeper there. He really sort of boinged out of position, didn't he? Unlucky, son. Unlucky. We've got a Derby Day lead at 1-0. I'm pleased with that. Luke Shaw, that looks a very heavy header back. Paul Pogba's been booked, I noticed. That's a poor ball, man. A very poor ball. I've not been impressed with the final ball of Gelson, Martins and Crewe today. Get in there, Pogba. That's it. But if they keep finishing like that, we'll take that all day. Come on, boyos. Good stuff. Crewe. Good ball this time. Here's Gomez. Will he send it over to Silva? Oh. Go on. Oh, he's in the woodwork. Oh, saved. Go on. Oh, my goodness. What a goalmouth scramble that was. Should have been a goal, really. He hit the post, but it seemed easier for him to score. Then the keeper got up to make a fantastic save. Then it was blocked and then cleared away. This has been a very good first half. I've enjoyed this. Better than that Atletico Madrid testimonial we had in the last video, that's for sure. Good Lord above. I need to lie down after that first half. That's looking really, really good. That we've got good conversion in the final third, retain possession well in central areas, and good numbers. We haven't got one sort of negative. Gabriel Jesus lost possession more than anybody, so maybe we could try targeting him a little bit. See what Gary Neville gets out of him. Good stuff. So if we go over to the tactics screen, go on to the old opposition's instructions, he says. Gabriel Jesus is playing out on the right, so if we close him down, always, show him onto his weaker foot, always, well, show him onto his weaker foot, and just give him, let's not do time marking there, and then just give him a bit of a torrid time. Hopefully, we can pull this off. We're going to go and just go straight out and ask them to concentrate. Now, these team shouts, they don't really have a massive impact. They only seem to change things ever so slightly one way or the other. They either have a minuscule they either have a minuscule effect negatively or a minuscule effect positively. What's the assistant saying here? Just before Gelson Martins finishes this move off. Luke Shaw's made a lot of mistakes today. Right. Class of 96 man. 96? Class of 22 man. Clarkey can start warming up. Go on. Get in there. Go on, Osborne. Nice little ball. Play it out wide. Play it out wide. Oh, man. Go on. Is this a penalty? It's a penalty. Andre Silva steps up. Will he convert it? Probably not. Keeper going crazy on the line, and it's gone into the back of the net. It's 2-0 to Manchester United on the first Manchester derby of the league campaign. Second of the season, and it's 2-0 again. I'm very happy with that. Very happy indeed. Right. We'll ask you to chill out on the tackles as it suggests. Good stuff. Right. Back to the pitch. We are going to bring Luke Shaw off. We're going to bring young Greg on. The class of 96. Why do I keep saying the class of 96 for? The class of 22. I need to write it on a post-it note and stick it above my screen. The class of 22. Good luck. And we're back again with the same normal speaking person. The class of 22 starting to get involved a bit more now. So Clark's on. We do have Much and Davidson on the bench who I would like to introduce a little bit later on in the second half. The Clark is coming on. I am now going to drop this down to control for a little bit. So hopefully we can sort of just die the game down a little bit. Keep hold of the ball. Much like this as my dog comes lummoxing up the stairs, bless him, the old boy. Lovely ball forwards from Clark. Here's Gomez. Silva, he's got a hat-trick. Oh yeah, Andre Silva makes it 3. What a lovely performance this has been. Unexpected as well. Very unexpected. Considering the way we played against Everton, I was a bit concerned. Ancelotti's got to be an unhappy man in the Man City dugout. Poor from Edison again. He's made 2 goalkeeping errors today. For the first goal, I think it was the first goal, he was way out of position. And for that one, he should have saved it. He really should have saved it. Right. A hat-trick man can come off. He's done his job. And Career can come off for Jimmy Much. This could be the way forwards, I think. Come on, boyos. I'm looking forward to when we play teams that we can perhaps play all of the class of 22 together and get them all in there on the pitch at the same time, because at the minute it's a case of breaking them in and putting them through. Oh, what a ball to Davidson from Much. It's 4. What a finish that is. Beautiful finish. Keeper did get a hand onto it. We are annihilating. We are absolutely annihilating Manchester City when I expected so much more from them in this match. Lovely ball, great control and a lovely finish. Good attempt by the goalkeeper to save it, but he just palms it into the net. What a fantastic performance this has been. And Gary Neville was moaning that we were being outnumbered in midfield. They could get one back here as a ball into the area, but it's cleared by Bunting again. Go on, Lindelof to Davidson. Well, that is a poor ball from Davidson. He did not get enough on that at all. Kick him, Pogba. Don't try to get sent off there while doing it. They're in, no. Straight into De Gea's hands. A poor ball. A very poor ball. We've done all right today. Look at us just slowing it down a bit now, taking our time. Lovely ball. Gomez. Oh, nearly made it 5. Kind of lame shot there, wasn't it, really? Pretty much into the goalkeeper's hands. Much. Oh, Pogba heads over. Surely that's going to be the end of the game. Bragging rights goes to the red half of Manchester. Come on, let's have it. We've played each other twice already this season. It's 2-0 to United in terms of victories, and it's 6-0 on aggregate in terms of victories, unless they get one in these dying moments. Ball over the top aimlessly, panic ball, and that is it. What an absolute belting result. What a belter of a result. We have outplayed Manchester City today. At the early throws of the game, I thought this is going to be a very, very even game. But it didn't turn out that way in the slightest, did it? Not in the slightest. Where is our hat-trick hero? Where is our hat-trick hero? There he is. The man, the legend. What am I doing? Wrong one. Passionately, I'm pleased with you tonight. Well done to that young man. What a fantastic result. Okay, so I've gone forwards a little bit and we've had a little look at what the Champions League draw is. And we're in Group B with Gladbach, Sporting and Barcelona. So we've got a very difficult prospect in Barcelona, but I'd like to think we could possibly have enough about us to pull something out of the bag in that fixture. Because I mean, you know, it's not an easy group by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, Sporting on their day can cause upsets, you know what I'm saying? It could be very, very difficult for us, and Barca's going to be such a massive uphill task, and you know, anybody in that group really, I suppose, on their day could pull something out of the bag, but I don't know. What do you think? Where do you think we'll do in the group? Do you think we'll finish top? Do you think with the fact we've sort of almost banned a few transfers, we'll struggle a bit? I mean, we've had a fantastic result today, but does that represent what's coming? I mean, we've got Tottenham away next, which could be a very difficult fixture. We don't know how we're going to play away from home. The tactic I'm going to continue to tweak as I go along, and we'll just see how we get on with it. But let me know in the comments down below, guys, how do you think we'll do in that Champions League group? Also, please let me know if there's anything you want to see going forwards, you know, in terms of looking at the team, the players and stuff like that. Like I say, training I'm not too fussed about, but I'll try to accommodate as much as I can into what you want to see. So let me know in the comments down below, guys. But thank you very much for watching. It's been a pleasure being in your face. Bye bye.